Hello everybody, good morning. Welcome to our IELTS and TOEFL classes. My name is Drago and this class is especially for the C1 and C2 levels of the Common European Framework Database. Basically, it's a quiz and you are going to learn a lot of new vocabulary to help you to achieve your goals, alright? So, if you haven't subscribed yet, please click on the link below and make sure you watch our next classes as well, okay? And this quiz involves collocations, discourse markers, prepositional sentences, dependent prepositions, multi-word verbs, linking words, so a lot of vocabulary for you, alright? So, let's have a look at our first one option. My grandmother used to knit in days of, and then the options are A. Your, B. Old times, C. Ancient times, D. Elderlies, and E. Elder. Although those words are part of the same family, they are acquainted to each other. The right collocation is in days of your, letter A, which basically means in old times, okay? So we say in days of your, I used to be a naive person, but I'm no longer a naive guy, okay? It means long, long time ago. Alright guys? So, let's move to our number 2. My father doesn't have to work tomorrow because he's on. We've got on pass, on level, on bail, on parole, and on license. Basically, if your father doesn't have to work tomorrow, he has a day off. And having a day off is the same as to be on pass, which is letter A. On level is just like you have the same level as the other people in your classroom when you're following a subject. Or physically be on level, you know, not to be too steep, so on level. On bail is the amount of cash you pay to be out of jail, so you're not supposed to be on bail, right? On parole, it means you've left jail but people are still watching out for you. And on license, that collocation is not used. So the right answer is letter A, on pass. Alright. So let's see number 3. My wife has found out that I was drinking with my secretary. Ooh. I'm in a, so we've got, obviously I'm in trouble, but you cannot say I'm in a trouble. So we are looking for an expression which has exactly the same meaning as to be in trouble. So we've got I'm in a fix, I'm in a nutshell, I'm in arrears, and I am in a tick. Alright, nutshell basically means to sum up, summarize, to conclude your idea, so that's out. In arrears is when you pay your bills in delay. So basically, you're supposed to pay your bills today, but you don't pay them. You're gonna pay them like next week. You're gonna pay them in arrears. You delay the payment. On tick, that means you haven't got money. You have to pay using credit. So the option left for us is I'm in a fix, which means I'm in trouble. We can also say I'm in a real fix when the trouble is very, very big, okay? So you say I'm in a real fix. It means I'm in trouble, alright? Question number 4. The market is blah, blah, blah at the moment. So how is the market at the moment? Fluctuating, buoyant, unstable, squeezing, and discouraging. Usually, you need a collocation that represents that the market is going up and down, so it's not the best moment to invest, you know? You're not sure what's going to happen to the shares, the bonds. So the right one here would be buoyant, because we don't say the market's fluctuating, we can say the sales are fluctuating, alright? The dollar exchange rate is fluctuating, but not the market. Unstable is wrong. Actually, the right word is unstable, so that's out. Squeezing is like when you squeeze your employee to tell you the truth. So you force somebody to tell you the truth. Or you can squeeze a fruit and get the juice out of it. And marketing is discouraging. That could be okay, but it's not commonly used with the word the word market. Alright? So the right collocation here is letter B, buoyant. Alright, guys? Now, question number 5. If I have some influence with local politicians, that means that I can easily, so letter A, pull strings, B, pull my socks up, C, draw blank, D, pull the wool, and E, pull the bribe. So basically, what I mean here is that I have influence, so I can actually use of my influence to get what I want, and that in English means to pull some strings, okay, which is letter A. Letter B, to pull your socks up, is when you need to make an extra effort to do something. For example, I need to pull my socks up to finish this project today, you know, so make an extra effort. To draw blank, that basically means you failed, alright? It's completely the opposite, so you failed, nothing went right. To pull the wool and pull the bribe are not collocations. So bribe, everybody knows it's corruption, but we don't use with the verb to pull, alright? So the only option here is letter A, to pull strings or to pull some strings. Alright. Let me introduce you to Pandora. She's making some noise here. So Pandora, come here, please. Yeah, that's my baby. That's Pandora. So you have to keep quiet because I'm teaching some English here, alright? So, let's have a look at number 6. If the market's encouraging sales, we are in, so we've got bear market, bull market, bee market, badger market, and buffalo market. So usually if the market's encouraging sales, we are in a bear market movement because the sales or the share prices are going down, so everybody wants to sell them before they're worth nothing. So we say we are in a bear market, alright? That's the animal we're looking for. And the opposite would be the bull market, okay? When the share prices are going up and everybody wants to buy them because they want to make some profit out of it, alright? Excellent. So, number 7. The general expenses of a company are often known as, so we've got direct costs, assets, collateral, overheads, and turnover. Well, direct costs are the variable costs only, so that doesn't include the fixed costs, so that's out. Assets are the goods that the company have. For example, companies have computers, shares, bonds, employees. They are the assets of the company, so it's out. Collateral. Well, collateral basically is a guarantee that the company will pay a loan, for instance. So that's also out. So overheads is the word we're looking for. Letter D, overheads, those are the general expenses of a company. And turnover has 2 different meanings. In financial English, that's the revenue. In other words, the total money the company acquires every month. And turnover can also mean the productivity of employees, like how many employees are firing and hiring every month. So that's also out. So the right answer is letter D. Alright? So what do you prefer, baby? Next. I love my company mainly because of, so we've got appraisals, grapevines, pieceworks, perks, and red tape. Well, if you love your company, that's because the company gives you something. The company recognizes your hard work, and that recognition is called perks. Alright? The perks. For instance, the company can give you a company's car, pay for a gas, pay for tolls, perhaps pay for post-graduation courses, childcare, bonuses, commissions, so those are called perks in a company, alright? Appraisals are the evaluation, so every year they sit with you and they decide if you've done a good job, so they will evaluate you, those are appraisals. Grapevine is basically a gossip that you hear in the company, so usually that's very negative. Piecework basically means you earn by production, so you don't have a fixed salary, but the more you produce, the more you earn, so nobody likes that. And red tape basically means bureaucracy, so that's very negative, that's not our answer. So what the word you're looking for here is perks, letter D, alright? Now let's move to number 9. All may appear well on the surface, but you are left with a blah 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 doubt that all is not quite as it seems. So basically, you are looking for something that's a doubt that's annoying you, a doubt that is disturbing you. But we need a word that collocates with the noun doubt. And annoying is not the one, irritating doubt is not the one, excruciating doubt, nobody says that. And disturbing doubt is also not the word you're looking for. We're looking for a nagging doubt. To nag means to annoy, so people nag each other. And nagging doubt is the right collocation in this case. So the right answer is letter A. Alright? Okay, you can come again. So, number 10. VHS players in Brazil have been what? Phased out, taken away, brought down, plowed back, or stepped up? Well, basically, the word we're looking for is like it's disappeared. Nobody else is using them. So I can't see or I can't remember anybody using VHS players, because after VHS players, we've had the CDs and then the DVDs and then I forgot the name, the other one that PlayStation plays. Anyway, Blu-ray players, yeah. So basically, the phrasal verb that means disappearing within time is phased out, letter A. Taken away, it's not food to take away. Brought down, nothing to do with the disappearance. Plowed back, nothing to do with disappearance. And step up is basically used for effort. So you step up effort, so it's not the word you're looking for. So the right word would be letter A, phased out, okay? Number 11. This meal is not fancy at all. In my opinion, it is. So we're looking for the opposite of fancy. We're looking for a very simple meal, alright? So letter A, we've got incommune. Letter B, June. C, sophisticated. D, sedulous. And E, exquisite. Incommune is a tribute, so it has nothing to do with meals, alright? Jejune, that's the word you're looking for. Jejune means very simplistic, okay? It's the opposite of fancy. Sophisticated, no, because it's the same as fancy. Sedulous, no. Exquisite. Exquisite means something very, very fancy. It's more than fancy, so that's not the word you're looking for. In this case, we're looking for jejune, alright? So the right answer is letter B. So, number 12. I said I would give blah 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 a lift. So, I would give somebody a lift. Who would I give a lift to? I've got thingy, friend, his, John, what's her name, or take. So, when I say I want to give somebody a lift, but I'm not sure of his or her name, I can just say thingy, alright? Because I'm not sure, perhaps they're not close friends yet. Maybe this person has just started working with me or studying with me today, and that's the reason why I don't know his or her name. So I would give thingy a lift. Give a friend, I haven't got the article A, so friends out. Give his, completely wrong, this pronoun is not possessive. Letter D, Jones, what's her name? What's her name is used for girls, not for men. So if it was John, what's his name, that would be correct. But what's her name, that's a female name, so that's wrong. And give or take means approximately, it's an expression, so that's completely off. And then the right answer is letter A, thingy. 13. I've been to 15 countries, give your. So 15 countries, more or less means give or take. That's a very common expression used at the C1 level. So we never say give or bring, give or sell, give or buy, give or get. So the right ones, give or take, alright? Which means approximately, right? On average, okay? A ballpark figure, okay? Lovely. So, 14. If the sales have increased by 200% in just 1 month, they have what? Wow, it's a fantastic increase, isn't it? 200% in just 1 month. So they have plummeted. No, plummeted is like going down very fast. Plunged, the same thing, going down very fast, decreasing like crazy. Hit rock bottom, it means hit the worst results. That's not the word you're looking for. Hit the peak, it hits the maximum, but we don't know if that's the maximum. It's not said that. Like, it has increased a lot, so it has increased incredibly. That means it has skyrocketed, okay? Like a rocket going to the sky, very, very fast. That's the answer I'm looking for, letter E, okay? Just imagine yourself, like, seeing a rocket going to the sky. You see, you're biting me, you're disturbing me now. You're lucky that you're so lovely, but don't push your luck, alright? Don't push your luck. And number 15. I was so scared that my first jump out of an airplane was a blah 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 skydiving. So I'm talking of my first jump. Obviously, nobody jumps alone for the first time because that would be extremely scary and dangerous and irresponsible as well. So you have to jump with somebody, like a professional with you. So the options we've got: a tandem jump, a joint jump, aerodiving jump, eroding jump, and canopy jump. Okay, some of those words, they collocate with jump and with skydiving, but the only one that represents that you are jumping with some professional with you is the tandem skydiving, okay? That means you have a professional, you have an instructor with you. A joint skydiving, don't use that. Aerodiving, no way. Eroding, it has nothing to do with the diving. And canopy can be used with skydiving, but that doesn't mean that you have a professional with you and that's your first very scary jump, okay? So guys, thank you so much for watching. Those were the words that you've just learned in my quiz for Toefl Ielts vocabulary. So again, this class is aimed for students who try to score 110 or 120 at the Toefl IBT test, and for people who want to score between 7.5 and 9 at the IELTS test. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click on the button below, and thank you so much. Cheers, bye bye.